How's everybody doing today? It is your boy Drain Plays, and I am so excited to announce that Infinity Ward has dropped a live stream of Infinite Warfare Zombies, aka Zombies in Spaceland, and I am excited to break this down for you guys. And I've highlighted around 5 or 6 key points that I'm really going to break down in this video about Infinite Warfare Zombies that will make the game game-breaking, basically. So here's my review of the trailer, and I'm going to break down some stuff. Now, the first thing I want to break down from this trailer is the melee type of hits, I would say. Basically, in the trailer, they were talking about how each character has a character-specific melee hit. And he said, like, the jock has a certain hit, the gangster has, like, a left punch, the nerd has, like, a little, like, hit, and then I think that Sally, the girl, or whatever her name is, had, like, a spoon or something. I don't know. But I think that's a really cool thing that Infinite Warfare is putting into this, because we haven't really had that ever. We've had, like, different melee weapons, but we haven't had character-specific qualities in Treyarch Zombies, and I think that's a really unique thing, and it's probably very small. I don't think anyone's melee hit does more damage, but I think that that's just like a really small and really cool thing that I think that Infinity Ward definitely put in, because they probably wanted it to be more character-specific in this game. The second thing that I really noticed in this trailer, and that they were talking about, but they didn't really cover about it that much in the trailer, was the ATM. Now, I think the ATM is a very innovative idea. Obviously, we've already seen it from the bank in Black Ops 2, but I think that the ATM is really cool because it's like in one game, like it doesn't transfer over. At least I don't think, but I think it's just like in one game. If you put your credits in, then you can get them back later in the game, and I think that's really cool. Also, how other players can have your credits. So say like you have like 10,000 points and your buddy just bled out, he has no points, you can put in some of those credits and he can take them from you so he can get back on his feet. I think that's a really cool thing in co-op that they added to it. And even like in solo, if you have a lot of points and you don't really need the points at that point, put them in there and get all your perks back later with those points. I think that's a really cool thing that they added. Obviously, we've had that in the bank, but the bank seems a little more complex and a little less easy to do it, and especially that you can share money. I think it's very cool how you can do that. I think that the ATM is a very innovative idea that Infinity Ward has added. I always get mixed up with Infinite Warfare and Infinity Ward. I always want to say either one when I'm talking. But yeah, I think the ATM is a really cool thing that they touched on. Now, the third thing, and probably the most substantial thing that it was in this trailer, or this breakdown, or whatever you want to call it, was the ticket system. And I think this is a genius idea. I think this is really cool, the ticket system. It's basically, you play these games, you play like the arcade games around the map, or you do certain challenges, and you can get tickets. And basically, tickets are like a different type of cash, if you will, that you can redeem certain type of stuff with tickets rather than cash. For example, the Wonder Weapon is in, I don't know what the place is called. I think it's like the main ticket center or whatever, where you play all the games. The arcade, I think that's what it's called. The Wonder Weapon is in there, and the only way you can redeem the Wonder Weapon is by getting tickets. I think that's a really cool thing that they did. It's really game-breaking, honestly, because tickets are a really big thing that's going to be in Infinite Warfare, and I think it's really cool because you're really not going to get bored very much by playing this game, because you got so many extra things to do with the ticket system. You can redeem tickets for like all these different things. You can get guns, you can get I think you can get perks, I think you can get like just different customizable stuff. I think that's a really cool thing that they added into Infinite Warfare, is the whole ticket system. It's basically just like an extra type of currency, and the way you do it is by playing these games. And I'm not sure if I have this in the recording. I'm not sure if I do. But there is a roller coaster that you can ride, and you hit all these shots, and you're playing against your friend, or unless you're in solo. But if you're playing against your friend, then whoever wins, whoever hits the most targets, gets that amount of tickets. That's another like competitive thing you can do with your friends. I think that the ticket system is great. I think it's very innovative. I think it's straight up genius, because it gives us just extra things to do and extra things. I keep on saying extra. I think that's really cool. They added that into the game. So again, basically tickets are you play these games on like the arcade games, and then you can get tickets, and you can redeem those tickets for awards like the Wonder Weapon. I feel like drops perks, all that good stuff. And it's not just cash. You don't just get them by shooting zombies. You got to play these games to get the tickets. A really cool touch that Infinity Ward put in the game, and it's going to be substantial in Infinite Warfare Zombies. The fourth thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the Fate and Fortune card. Now, I think this is really cool. And basically what this is, what I think it really is a specialist charged Gobblegum. And what I mean by this is basically, in specialist weapons for Black Ops 3, you have to get a good amount of kills to use your specialist weapon. You gotta, do certain tasks like rebuild barriers or stuff. And that's basically what they said in this live stream was to get your Fate and Fortune card, you have to get a bunch of kills and rebuild a bunch of barriers and do all this other type of stuff. And I think that's really cool how they kind of implemented the specialist weapons, and I believe it's like Gobblegum, because what I saw in the live stream was the guy had a Fate and Fortune card, and he could cycle through around 5 Fate and Fortune cards once he got, was able to use them. And then all those Fate and Fortune cards would do a certain thing. And I believe that one of them was he got a carpenter from it, licensed contractor. So I believe that was one of them. I think there was another one that gave him a trap. And again, that's basically what Gobblegum is. You can hit Gobblegum, you pop it in, and it gives you something special like a drop, or Phoenix Up revives all your teammates, or Perkaholic gives you all the perks and maps. I feel like that's what the Fate and Fortune card is, because I remember them saying they're going to bring back a certain type of Gobblegum system, and I think that's really, really cool, is how this Fate and Fortune system could be a Gobblegum system. It could not be, but that's my personal opinion, but I'm 80% sure, because basically what I saw in the live stream was he got a good amount of kills, it charged up, he was able to cycle through certain Fate and Fortune cards, and he used a special ability from that Fate and Fortune card. And I think that's really cool, and that's basically what Gobblegum is, except for Gobblegum you have to pay for it. For this you don't really have to pay for it, you just got to get a number of kills or rebuild barriers or whatever. So I think that's really cool how they implemented Gobblegum, but in a completely different way for Infinite Warfare Zombies, and so far I'm really liking Zombies in Spaceland. One other thing that I saw that's kind of a small thing, but I thought it was really cool, was in the live stream, basically the character picked up a trap, took it somewhere, and then it went off. I thought that was really cool how, basically traps, not basically, all traps in Black Ops and World at War Zombies are stationary. It means you can't take them and move them somewhere. And in Infinite Warfare, it looked like the guy basically picked up this rocket thing, put it down, and then it shot, but just a bunch of stuff everywhere. I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool how they just added a very small little thing like that where you can just pick up a trap and take it anywhere you want. If you're about to die, put a trap down, use it. I think that's a really cool, very small touch that Infinity Ward added into this game. Now, I have two things in this clip that are basically two of the most important things in all of Zombies in general, and that is the mystery box and perks. Now, I believe that perks comes up first in my gameplay, and basically he buys a perk called Trailblazers. So I think that the new form of perks isn't like a Perk-a-Cola, like a liquid, it's candy. And that was only one perk that I saw, and it could be different types of food or whatever, but I think that's what the new form is. But basically he bought a perk called Trailblazers, and Mr. TLX5, by the off chance you're ever going to watch this video, he has Banana Colada basically. And what Banana Colada is, if you don't know what it is and what Trailblazers is basically once you slide, it has a ray behind you, a ray of fire and Trailblazers, and the zombies walk into it and they get damaged and you can kill them easier, or it just can block off pathways and hurt the zombies a lot, and that's really cool. I think Slaughterside's kind of similar, but not really. I think that's really cool how they added the Trailblazers perk, because it's really beneficial. Another thing that they added in this is 5 perk slots, and I'm pretty sure you can get more, but basically what the guy said is a maximum of 5 perks how many you get. So that kind of brings me to the idea that there could be a lot more perks in this map possibly if you can get 5. And I think that's really cool how we strayed away from 4 instead of 5. Now the other thing in this clip is the mystery box, or the spin wheel, or whatever you want to call it. And that is basically just the mystery box. You go up, you spin it, and it has a bunch of guns. And I'm glad it's not some stupid Exo Zombies crap with a 3D printer. It looks like an actual mystery box where the guns are cycling through, and then you get a gun. Very cool. 2 things that they added, and it's just cool that they're taking mechanics from Treyarch Zombies and putting them in Infinite Warfare. 2 very substantial things that they have in there. And it's cool that, again, they're just bringing back the stuff we like. Exo Zombies, a 3D printer, and these weird perks like Exo Health, Exo, all this stuff. It's really cool that they're adding the stuff back that we love. Now, another small thing I wanted to just touch basis on is there is a new boss zombie called the Brute, and basically he kind of looks like a Margwa, even though he's completely probably different. But he's just a boss zombie that will come in, and they said, he's doesn't die. You can't just wait off the round until he's done. It's not like a boss round like the moths or whatever. Basically, you just have to kill him and then he's done. So it's basically just like a Margwa if you really think about it. And that, I just want to touch base on that because that's a pretty cool thing that they're adding. Just, you know, keep having these boss rounds that we like and that we enjoy. Now, the last thing that I would like to cover is the whole afterlife type thing. And as you can see in the video, once you bleed out, you go into this arcade, which is called Afterlife. And basically what this is basically when you bleed out, you kind of have something to do. You can choose to spectate your team if you want to, but you have stuff to do, like you can play arcade games and you can earn tickets, and you don't have to pay anything because, as Lee Ross says in the video, they're all dead, so why would you have to pay anyway? So basically, yeah, you don't have to pay for anything, and basically you're just doing something while you've bled out and waiting for the round to end. And there is actually a chance to regain like your health and go back into the game, which I think that's really cool if you ask me, because basically if you complete these like arcade games and you get enough tickets, then you can go back into the game without like the end of next round. And I'm not sure if you get your gun and perks back, or you probably don't get your perks back. I'm not sure if you get your guns back, but I think that you might. But that's still really cool how you can basically go back into the game by completing these arcade games. I think that's really cool. And another thing, if you bleed out and then you come back, you can go to the Lost and Found for $2,000, get your guns back. I think that's very innovative and very cool. I just think the whole Afterlife thing and Lost and Found is a great idea. And it's super innovative because it also helps like the new players to zombies, because once they go down, they're going to have trouble getting all their points back. And again, that's where the ATM comes in. It really helps you out. This game, like Infinite Warfare, the stuff it added, really helps you out. And I'm really interested to see how hard the game is because of all these extra little perks they added. Like, especially when you bleed out, you can get your cash back from the ATM and get your guns back from the Lost and Found. Very innovative and very helpful to new players who are having trouble with this game. I think that just some of the stuff that they've added, in like especially the Afterlife and the whole ticket system, is very cool and very innovative. Overall, from this live stream, I am very blown away with what I saw. If you looked back at my 5 predictions for the future of zombies, I said Infinite Warfare was going to crash and burn. After watching this live stream, I really don't think that's the case. The stuff they added looks great, and it looks so cool, and it looks like a different experience from Treyarch Zombies while also bringing back the stuff that we love. I think that Infinity Ward actually did a very good job on this game. I mean, I'm not going to be able to know yet until I play the game fully, but from what I've seen, what they've added, I think it looks insane. It looks fun. I remember watching it and I said, man, this game's going to be good. And that's very good for the future of my channel and the future of Zombies YouTubers, because we need a good game to play. And I think that Infinite Warfare Zombies, or Zombies in Spaceland, is going to be great. And I am so pumped for it. And from what I've seen this live stream, I mean, I just really don't have any doubts that it's going to be a very fun game. So yeah, that's the video for today, guys. I broke down the Zombies in Spaceland reveal trailer. I can't wait to play it this upcoming Friday. If you could leave a like if you like the video, that'd be great. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Comment some video ideas down below. Peace out, everybody, and stay draining.